terms of what to expect when you're receiving an energy healing or receiving light language or sound healing or energy medicine, it can bring up a range of sensations and experiences. And I encourage you to trust whatever arises, knowing that energy works in really strange ways and you can experience a whole range of things when receiving it. So some things that are really common include changes in temperature in the body. So the body temperature can get quite hot or it can go very cool. Sometimes people experience tingles in the body or sensations in the body, like energy moving around. You might get a gurgly goggly stomach or feel little goggles of energy moving around or bubbling away in other parts of the body, and all of that is normal and okay and welcome. You may also feel emotions arising. Sometimes people feel like they need to laugh or cry, and if you feel either of those or anything in between, I really encourage you to allow yourself to feel those feelings and allow them to rise and release. You're in your own safe space, and it's one of the ways that energy moves and shifts and is released by, we have to kind of feel it in order to heal it and let it go. So always resisting any temptation, any urge to swallow down any tears or any laughter or anything that's showing up, and also encouraging you not to attach a story or a narrative to it. Sometimes we don't know where the emotion's coming from or what it's related to in our lives, and actually we don't need to know. It can just be one of the ways that trauma is exiting the body and being purified and being released, and we don't need to know exactly where or when it came from. Having said that, you might have an intuition or a knowing of where it's come from, and that's also welcome. Just trust whatever you feel personally and whatever shows up for you during the journey. Other things that are common can include involuntary movement in the body, so you can experience twitches or spasms in the body or shaking or tremors, trembling. All of that again is welcome and normal. One of the things that I've experienced sometimes is my jaw kind of like shaking. I believe for me personally, that's anger being released from the jaw space from a lifetime of clenching and holding a lot in the jaw. And when that happens, it's almost like when you're extremely cold and you start to shiver and your teeth start to chatter. That's something that I've experienced quite a few times during energy healing and receiving energy healing. So I hope that that gives a bit of an example of the types of things that we can expect, because sometimes when we experience those for the first time, it can seem a bit weird. And it is, it can be weird. But yeah, just knowing and trusting that all of it is normal, all of it is welcome, and it's just the ways that energy and stuck stuff is releasing from the body. Sometimes people go on visual journeys and might see a whole range of things. They might meet and encounter spirit guides or different entities, multidimensional beings, angels, ancestors, and anything and everything in between. Know that that is also normal. Sometimes people experience visions or colours or lights, and that is also normal and welcome. Sometimes people will have an idea of what the translations of light language are that you're receiving, and if you do get that, I would encourage you to trust your intuition and what you're feeling or being led towards in that moment. Sometimes people can experience a sense of pressure and even verging on pain in various parts of the body. And again, it's just one of the ways in which energy is moving, and it's welcome and normal. And please do not worry if you have experiences like that. It's a very normal part of the process, even if it feels unfamiliar. Sometimes people experience none of those things and just have a sense of deep relaxation or peace or deep rest. And all of these are welcome. It can also change ceremony to ceremony. What you receive during one energy healing or ceremony might be drastically different to what you receive in another, and it's important not to get attached to whatever we're experiencing, and also not to judge what we're experiencing in that moment, and to simply be present with it, be witness to it, be curious about it. And if you are finding that you're in a journey or a ceremony and you're wishing that you were having visions and it's not coming, be curious about that. What is it in you that is wanting those visions? How can you explore that? What would it mean about you if you were to get those visions? So often the things that we are craving, the things that we desire, come from a place of ego, and we get attached to having certain experiences or expectations of how things should be, when actually the energy medicine meets you exactly where you are. You will receive exactly what you're meant to receive in that moment. So always coming back to trust and surrender, and trusting that you'll receive what you're meant to, and that everything that you receive is what is intended. So I hope that's given you a little bit more information on what to expect from ceremonies and also how to be prepared. Thank you, bye!